There's one guy.
No, I did reply. Yeah, thank you. I don't know.
Welcome to this house. Excuse me, just about to start the meeting. Okay. Could you have a line for this the annual meeting of Woodley Town Council being held on the 7th of May 2024? Woodley Town Council meetings are now recorded, with recordings streamed live and stored on the Town Council's YouTube channel. By virtue of attending the meeting, consent to having your image and audio recorded for this purpose. If you do not wish for your image and audio to be recorded, then please do not stay for the meeting. For those in attendance, we're not expecting a fire drill tonight, so if you do hear the fire alarm, please head out of the nearest fire exit and congregate at the fire assembly point by the Oakwood Centre at the front of Woodford Park. Before we start the meeting tonight, at the last Strategy and Resources meeting held on the 16th of April, 4 organisations were awarded community grants. These were Life Education Wessex and Thames Valley, Woodley Bowling Club, Woodley Festival of Music and Arts, and Woodley Photographic Club. Representatives from some of these organisations are here tonight, and I would like to give each the opportunity to stand and briefly explain to the council what their grant will be put towards. So would Stephen from Woodley Bowling Club like to start with?
Welcome everyone, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Stephen Treves. I'm the Honorary Treasurer of Woodley Bowling Club. Woodley Bowling Club established in 1964. So this year, the club celebrates its 60th year. We are lucky to have a very large clubhouse, which was actually built by the members in 1982. It's then later extended in the 90s. The community grant will be used to help fund the main area of the clubhouse and the corridors. Hopefully give it a refresh as we look to celebrate our anniversary. Current carpets are the original ones, and they've certainly seen better days. They also divide the clubhouse because obviously one lot was the original from when the clubhouse was originally built, and there's a different colour carpet when it was extended. So the hope is with a new carpet, it will make the clubhouse look a lot bigger and create a much more modern and spacious clubhouse. Bowling Club needs a good bowling green, which we would like to thank the council for the excellent job they've done recently maintaining and improving this. Nowadays, to be successful and encouraging new members, it also needs a good and well maintained and comfortable clubhouse. Woodley Bowling Club currently has around about 100 members, including 4 deaf bowlers, some of whom play for their Indians. So on behalf of the Woodley Bowling Club, I'd like to thank the council for their continued support and working relationship which we have with them, to be in a position to offer bowling as a sport and a social environment to benefit and well-being of residents of Woodley. It will also help Woodley Bowling Club to celebrate its 60th year, hopefully in style, and as a club moving forward and publicise their success as one of Woodley's sporting venues. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stephen. We have Fiona here from Woodley Festival of Music and Arts. Fiona.
Good evening, everyone. The Woodley Festival of Music and Arts is a charitable, not-for-profit charitable organisation that has been running now for our 55th year. We run out of the Oakwood Centre. We have 5 sections. We run every March, a festival every March. The 4 sections that are run from this venue are speech and drama, piano forte, instrumental, and vocal, which is singing. We exist solely to inspire and encourage young children from the age of, from reception age onwards, to explore the performing arts, sing, to speak, to play music in front of an audience. And we provide that really welcoming, appreciative audience in this fantastic venue. This year we welcomed over 900 young children over the course of 3 weekends, and it was, again, absolutely fantastic. We would like to encourage more primary school children to come and perform. We think, we know that performing in front of a small audience is fantastic for young children. It gives them confidence, it starts to enable them to hone all those skills that are so needed in life as they go forward. And it really does give them a huge amount of confidence. Many children come back to us. We did a soft approach to some local primary schools this year, and we were really fortunate to get a number of local children from this area. One school in particular sent quite a few very young, I think they were year 1 children. They performed in the so this is when they stand up and they say a poem together, and all those children want to come back next year and perform on their own. This is really encouraging. We're not a cheap event to run. We hire the best equipment, we have the best adjudicators, but we really do offer value for money. We're also not an easy festival to run. With 900 children coming through the doors, safeguarding can be a bit of a nightmare. So we work very closely with the local authority, making sure 274 and we have all our certification in order. So we're a properly run organisation. I'm really proud of the way we run it. We're so grateful for the grant we received from the Town Council. Next year it will go towards the hire of 3 pianos on which these young children can play. And when you see these tiny tots sitting at these beautiful shiny pianos, it's a real photo opportunity for parents. It's a real joy for parents and children. So thank you so much, Town Council. It's very much appreciated. Thank you very much. And thank you so much to our fantastic mayor who's supported us over the years, your encouraging words. Thank you. We have Mary here from Woodley Photographic Club. Hello, Mary.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for inviting me to say a few words this evening. I'd like to thank everybody here on behalf of the Photographic Club. I'm the chairman. I have been chairman probably for too long, but about 20-something odd years myself counting. However, we are a not-for-profit community club of about 50 people. We meet here in the Oak every Monday and from September through to June, and we all enjoy sharing our photography. The money that you are very kindly and generously giving to us, we are putting towards a new projector because it is a very essential part of the equipment. And being not-for-profit, it takes a long time to raise funds for big pieces of equipment, the laptop and the projector, so we have to sort of save up over time. But I don't know if you've seen the corridor down beside the Brunel rooms, you'll see our photographs outside. We change them from time to time. But do come along and have a look. If you're ever here on a Monday evening, you'll be very welcome to come in and just see what we do. But we have a lovely group of people who are all volunteers and all doing different jobs, but you know, for everybody in the community there. So thank you very much.
Thank you to every one of you for taking the time to come to this meeting tonight. I'd like to congratulate you all for being awarded your grants and wish you all the best with your projects. We will now have a short adjournment of the meeting whilst we take some photos of the winners. This will hopefully only take a few minutes. Prior to meetings of full council, we hold the town forum, which is an opportunity for members of the public to pose any questions they may have to the council. This is limited to a maximum of 30 minutes. Do any members of the public in attendance have a question they wish to ask? So in the absence of any questions from members of the public, we will commence with the agenda. To kick off the meeting tonight, we're joined by Sally and Sandra from Keep Mobile, to whom the council regularly reports an annual grant. Sally has been asked to attend to give a presentation on Keep Mobile's activities. So I now hand over to Sally.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Microphone.
Okay, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank you first for inviting us to come along. We do encourage councils to have us along, so you know where your money is going. And we thank you because you support us every year. Do the first slide. Okay, so I'm sure some of you know who we are. I hope you all know who we are and what we do. Keep Mobile is a voluntary non-profit charity formed in 1992 by Fred Broad. He had a heart attack when he was 45, and he was told by the doctor to take 1 day a week off work. And he got talked into going to Sandhurst Day Centre, and they didn't have to get out much. So he bought a transit van, and he took him out once a week on lunches down to the coast in the summer. And then from there, it grew from 1 bus to 12 it is now. Sadly, Fred passed away last year. So we had a bit of upheaval, but we're still here and we're still going. We are registered for the Charities Act 1993. It became a CIO, Charitable Incorporated Organisation. We did this because we found that we were a Providence in Society beforehand, and we found that a lot of people didn't recognise that because it wasn't registered with the Charities Commission. But now we're with the CIO, we're a CIO, people do recognise us. We are solely there for our members. No one makes a profit. We work very hard for a little money. We have a lot of volunteers that give a lot of time. We have a management committee that meet monthly to deal with operations and statistics, which we do encourage councils to send along a representative, because then they can feed back to the wider board of what we do. Our mission is to help those in the Wokingham Borough and Bracknell Forest Borough area who can't use normal transport. They can't get to a bus stop, they can't get to a taxi, they can't afford a taxi. We're there to help them to reach their destination. We take people wherever they need to go, as long as we can fit it in. We've even been known to take people over to France. Not on a booze cruise, though. Our fleet, we have 11 buses. That is our newest bus up there. We operate, they're all accessible minibuses. We have 16 seaters, and we have an 8-seater. Our newest one than that one, which is called Fred. Some people say they hear him when they're in there. I don't know because I haven't been in it myself. But they're maintained by our maintenance team. Our team, at the moment, all our admin team are working from home. and our buses are placed at Twyford at the moment. We're looking for a permanent home. We had to move because it was Fred's estate, and I'm one of his daughters, but I have 3 other, and they decided to sell, which is a big shame. We provide the following services, and they're all door to door. We don't ask anybody to come out to us. We will knock their door. This is where members Dial-A-Ride is where members can phone, or they can book online. And this is basically shopping, see friends and families, hospital, doctors. Shopping trips, we do regular shopping trips to Woodley, believe it or not, Farnborough and Reading. They're quite popular. And we also do our day excursions. We do 2 day excursions a week on a Monday and a Wednesday. Pub lunches, garden centres are the most popular ones. And in the summer we take them down to Bognor, Bournemouth. This service is not supported by any local authority. This is supported by fundraising alone. And group transport. We have regular group transport where we take people to stroke clubs, or we take them to Friday night projects, or we take them to dance groups, exercise groups. This is where just a group of people, they phone up, they get picked up on the place, or they have a pick-up list where we go round to their houses and take them to their group and then bring them back afterwards. Our key principles are based on our values. Safety is the most important one to us. We make sure that all our drivers are DBS checked and they're all fully trained before they go out on the road. We have teamwork, we communicate efficiently, we build trust with committees, and we show respect for each other and value diversity. Customer service, we understand that what our members need, and we help them as much as we can. Training, that is a big quality for us. We have the highest standard in our community transport. We do the Midas. And respect. We value the differences. Everybody's different. No one's the same. If we were all the same, I think life would be pretty boring. But we treat everybody the same. Right, let's have a look how Woodley has helped us. Each year we apply for a grant, and each year, thank you very much, we are successful. I've just put some maps up here. This is who else, these are the other parishes that we do apply to grants, but we don't get not everyone supports us. Okay, so as you can see, grants from the Woodley Town Council since June 2020, right up until 2023, and it's rising, which is good because demand is rising, as you'll see from the next. Okay, Dial-A-Ride, as I said, is for shopping, hospitals, doctors, going to see friends and family, going to day centres, and it's on the increase. The demand is getting massive, absolutely massive out there. Day trips, these did die off due to COVID, and we have struggled a little bit because people are still a bit wary about going out, which is understandable. But they are picking up a lot more now. We are getting to run 2 buses again. This is transport that we did fundraising for during the COVID and still now. COVID vaccinations, if anybody was going to have a COVID vaccination, they could register for free and they have transport for free, just as a COVID vaccination, because we knew people how important the vaccination was, but people couldn't get there. And unfortunately, due to the demand, the refusal rate is going up. And the reason of the refusals is because there's a lack of funding. If we had more funding, we could have more drivers and more buses. Any questions?
Hello, yes, I've got a question for you. So users make a small payment to use.
We have the membership, it's £1 to register for life. And then it depends on what services. If they just want the basic diver ride, that's £12 a year. And if they want the excursions, it's 24, and that covers like the cost of printing of the brochure, because they get a brochure which shows all the trips, etc.
And then they pay per,
It all depends where they live. If they live in the Woking Borough and they've got a bus pass, they can use that on our buses. If they live in the Bracknell Borough, Bracknell won't allow them to use their bus pass. Right. So they have to pay. Yeah, but it's a small fare. So we do have quite a few hours on the bus. Someone's got a long way and someone has, so it is complicated, but we haven't tried it, but yeah, they can use their bus pass.
it's a brilliant service.
Do you have an understanding of the rise in demand and what's fueling the rise in demand?
I think the rise in demand is because transport, councils unfortunately are cutting public transport here, there and everywhere. A lot of people have actually found out about us because we've done a lot more marketing with the posted leaflets through doors, etc. And everybody's living longer.
Is it a challenge recruiting drivers?
No. Oh, no, I shocked you, isn't it? No, we are fully staffed, I can't believe it, and we've still got people on the waiting list that would like to come on. I know, it's weird. Because we had, as you know, we did have a big problem recruiting drivers. I think the problem was they didn't like the training they had to go through first. They thought they could just get in a bus and drive from A to B. But what they realise is we're not transporting parcels, we're transporting people. Okay. And I'd just like to say thank you very much for inviting us and hope to see you all soon.
Sally Alexander for coming on tonight. Your charity is very dear to my heart. You were my charity a couple of years ago. You've risen to every challenge. You had COVID, the loss of dear Fred, and I know you have a big challenge on now with finding premises, and I'm sure you will do it. I know you'll find it, but I'm sure we all wish you the best of luck, and hope this happens to you soon. Thanks again.
That's okay, that's
Thank
okay.
you. First item of business at the annual meeting is to elect the town mayor for the forthcoming municipal year. First of all, I just want to have a few words to say. This has been my third and final year as mayor. It's taken place without such events of historical importance that as the preceding years, but it has been a busy and interesting time. One of my favourite visits last June was to Bournemouth School for the school's cluster coding challenge, which I know a few of you are familiar with. I have to say I had no idea what coding was, but having spent the day observing Year 4 pupils from local schools, working together, and they had to devise and code a computer game from scratch, and it was truly inspiring, and I learnt a lot, and by the end I did know what coding was. Pupils from Year 9 worked alongside these competitors, and they provided technical support and encouragement, and they proved to be incredible assets to the school. It's been an honour to serve Woodley community and council as mayor for the last 3 years. I've met and interacted with so many people, and I'm grateful for all the support and goodwill I've received along the way. The work and guidance behind the scenes by the town clerk, Kevin, Mayor's Secretary and Deputy Town Clerk Matthew, together with Communications Manager Anuska and the rest of the team, have again made this year run smoothly. Please accept my thanks and appreciation. I'd also like to thank the Deputy Mayor, Councillor Juliet Anderson, for her support this year, and not forgetting my husband Lou for his role as Mayor's consort. My charity for this year was Woodley Lunch Bunch. Second, Woodley Scouts donated the proceeds from their tombola stall earlier this year to the fund. And in March, we held a charity quiz night here at the Open Centre and raised a staggering £1,546.35. A special thank you for fellow councillors for taking part, together with family and friends, to achieve this excellent amount for Woodley Lunch Bunch. So to finish, I hope that the new Woodley Town Mayor enjoys their mayoral term every bit as much as I have. So thank you.
Before we get into nominations, I'd just like to, on behalf of the two of us, to thank you very much for the work you've done in that position. You've always been fair. You've managed the level very well. And just to say a big thank you. It's not the easiest task for you, but you did it very well.
Thank you very much. So, can I please ask for nominations for the position of the town mayor for the 2024-25 year?
I would like to nominate the current deputy mayor to Mayor Councillor Julia Anderson.
Do we have a second?
I would like to second that nomination.
Yeah. And are there any other nominations? So can we now please into a vote? And can all those in favour please raise their hands?
Is everyone by yourself? Which is no, which is more than reasonable.
None against and none against. In that case, I can confirm that Councillor Anderson has been duly elected to the position of town mayor for the 2024-25 municipal year. Unfortunately, Councillor Anderson isn't available to attend tonight. In her absence, if everyone is happy, I will continue to chair the meeting until we have nominated the deputy town mayor. Juliet. Councillor Anderson has sent a short message in case that she was elected, so I'll now read that on her behalf. I'm sorry not to be able to be with you this evening, but I'm on holiday with my family. I'm very honoured to have been elected Mayor of Woodley for this coming year. I will do my best to fulfil the duties asked of me in a professional, collegiate way with good humour and optimism. My expectation of all councillors and officers is that we share and are united behind the single goal to do the best for the population of Woodley. To this end, I believe if we work together and try to avoid using different political allegiances as ammunition against each other, we can achieve continued success in these very challenging economic times. I look forward to working closely with my deputy and will announce my chosen charity on my return, for which I hope I will have your full support over the next year. Once again, a huge thank you for putting trust in me and allowing me the honour of being there for the coming year. With regards to item 2, the town clerk will arrange for Councillor Anderson to sign the declaration of acceptance of office as soon as possible after this meeting. Item 3, apologies. Matthew, have we got any apologies for absence tonight?
Yes, we have apologies from councillors Anderson, Kennedy and Smith.
The next item on the agenda is declarations of interest. Do we have any declarations of interest from councillors regarding any items on tonight's agenda? Next item. Next item of business is to elect the deputy town mayor for the forthcoming municipal year. Can I please ask for nominations for the position of deputy town mayor for 2024-25 municipal year?
I could call you Madam Mayor, but I can't now, can I? Madam Chairman, I would like to nominate Councillor David Bragg.
And do we have a seconder for Councillor Bragg? Are there any other nominations for deputy mayor? Okay, so then we'll please move to a vote. And all those in favour, please raise their hands.
So that's 19-4,
And all those against, please raise their hands.
none against,
And all those who wish to abstain, please raise their hands.
2 abstentions.
In that case, I confirm Councillor Bragg has been duly elected to the position of Deputy Town Mayor for the 2024-25 municipal year.
Thank you, everyone, for your support. It's a great honour to get this position. What can I say? I feel a little bit like a team player on one of the university boat races on the winning team. Obviously, been short on the cots, and I have definitely just been thrown in the deep. So, thank you all. So if you give me just a couple of moments, I just want to find where we are on the minute. Right, thank you. So the next item on the agenda is the that's it. The composition of the council. Firstly, item 6.1 is to note that Councillor Charles Bay has resigned from the Labour group. Item 6.2 is to note that following Councillor Charles Bay's resignation, the composition of the council is as follows. There are 17 Conservative group councillors, 5 Labour group councillors, 2 Liberal Democrat group councillors, and 1 independent councillor. And finally, item 6.3 on the agenda is to note that the change to the composition of the council does not impact the proportional split of councillors on any of the council's existing committees. Moving on to item 7, the political group leaders. I'm going to ask each party, please, to name the leader and the deputy leader of each of the political parties. For reference, these groups are currently the Conservative group, the Labour group, and the Liberal Democrat group. Firstly, can I please ask a member of the Conservative Party, or the Conservative group rather, to confirm the name of the leader and deputy leader?
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Mayor. The Conservative group leader is Councillor Bill Sun, and we do not have a deputy group leader.
Thank you. The Labour Party, can we?
Yes, the leader right group is being myself, and deputy is Ron.
And finally, the Liberal Democrats. Thank you. We now come to item 8, which is the election of the leadership of the council. Municipal year 2024-25. Firstly, can I ask for nominations of the position of leader of the council for the 2024-25 municipal year?
Keith Baker.
Thank you. And do we have a seconder for that?
Second the nomination.
Are there any other nominations? So, can all those in favour then of Keith Baker please raise their hands? Thank you.
14-4.
Any against?
One against.
Two.
Oh, sorry. Come on. Oh, I see. Yeah, sorry. Two.
And any abstentions?
That's 5 abstentions.
Thank you. In that case, I can confirm that Councillor Baker has been duly elected to the position of leader of the council for the 24-25 municipal year. Item 8, secondly, can I please ask for nominations for the position of deputy leader of the council for the 24-25 municipal year?
I'd like to propose Alison Swaddle.
Thank you. Do we have a seconder for that?
Second.
Other nominees for the position of deputy leader? Can I ask you all then please to raise your hands in favour of Alison Swaddle being appointed deputy?
14-4.
Can you raise your hands if you're against the proposal, please?
Nobody against.
And all those who wish to abstain?
That's 7 abstentions.
Thank you. In that case, I can confirm that Councillor Swaddle has been duly elected to the position of deputy leader of the council for the 24-25 municipal year. The next item on the agenda is to approve the terms of reference known as powers and duties for each of the council's standing committees and to appoint members to serve on those committees in 24-25. The powers and duties are provided in separate appendix 9, additional those which was included in the agenda. A table showing the current number of places and the division of these places on each standing committee is included on page 9 of the appendix. For reference, each committee currently has 10 members appointed, 7 Conservative group members, 2 Labour group members, and 1 Liberal Democrat group member. We usually approve each of the committee's powers and duties in turn. However, if there are no changes proposed, then it will be expedient to approve the order. Can I ask, does anyone wish to propose any changes to the powers and duties of either the strategy and resources, leisure services, or planning and community? In that case, can we please move to a vote to approve the powers and duties of the 3 standing committees? With all those in favour, please raise their hands.
That is 21-4.
All those against?
None.
And are there any abstentions? Back in the
24, none against, no abstentions, one abstention.
I'd just like to ask you, we're voting on powers and duties, but are we not looking at terms of reference? Could you just clarify?
Terms of reference,
Okay, so powers and duties, this is meeting.
I can propose that the powers and duties for the Strategy and Resources Committee, the Leisure Services Committee, and the Planning and Community Committee have all been approved. We now need to know the members appointed to serve on the planning. Sorry.
I'm getting a bit confused. That's what, adopt the agenda says that we've approved the terms of reference.
The terminology around working groups and standing committees, generally standing committees are known as powers and duties, but it's the same document, it's powers and duties in terms of reference. So I think historically we haven't changed the agenda for a number of years and it references terms of reference, but it's the same document.
It's just that what Senator Carroll suggested that there was something else.
No, it is that single, the powers and duties, the terms of reference for standing committees generally is referred to as powers and duties, which, as the Deputy Mayor said at the start.
Is that okay, Jane? Yeah, sorry. So we now need to know the members appointed to serve on the Strategy and Resources Committee. Can I please ask for the names of the seven group members?
Thank you, Madam. 3 years of saying Madam Mayor will take a little while. Mr. Deputy Mayor, the Strategy and Resources members from the Conservative group are exactly the same. Keith Baker, Robert Horskins, Juliet Anderson, Anne Chadwick, Mike Kennedy, Kay Gilder, and Alison.
Can I also now please ask for the names of the group?
Sorry. I just wonder, could you just advise where Appendix 9 is, please?
It should have been, it was right at the back of the pack. There were two separate appendices at the back, so it should be right at the back. You might find the outside bodies, the outside bodies and the appendix 9 was right at the back. The big one.
Right, if you go to page 103, it should be the next page after that. So can you go back and ask the Labour Group, please, for their members for the Strategy and Resources Committee?
We'll continue for Greg Fellow and Majid Nasser.
And for the Liberal Democrats?
Mr. Chair, same as before, referendum on this.
Thank you. Next, we need to consider approving the powers and duties for the Leisure Services Committee. I know that's yeah, sorry. We now need to note the members to serve on the Leisure Services Committee. Can I please ask for the name of the seven executive group members, please?
Thank you. Mr. Deputy Mayor. No change from the Conservative Group: Michael Firminger, Darren Smith, Robert Hoskins, Kay Gilder, Mike Kennedy, Vin Lewis, and Danny Arawa.
Thank you. And for the two Labour group members?
I know that will be Yvonne Edwards, and we will be leaving one position vacant temporarily, and we will come back to you with the name.
Okay. Liberal Democrat group.
Same as before.
Okay. We now need to note the members appointed to serve on the Planning and Community Committee. Can I please ask for the names of the seven Conservative group members?
You certainly can, Deputy Mayor. Same, no change. Robert Hoskins, Keith Baker, David Bragg, Janet Sartorell, Bill Soane, Vin Lewis, and Linda Guthridge.
Thank you. And for the two Labour group members? And for the Liberal Democrats? No. Thank you. Right, item 10 on the membership of the subcommittees, council and village groups. The next item is to approve the terms of reference for each of the council subcommittees, tasks and finished working groups and partnerships, and then to note the appointment of members from each political group. Again, the terms of reference, including the proposed order of places, are included in Appendix 9, and you will see a summary table showing the current division of places on each committee on page 11 of the appendix. As a reminder, in line with standing orders 6.4a, 6.5a, and 6.6a, only members of the respective parent committee can approve the terms of reference of the relevant subcommittee, task and finished working group or partnership. I will ask Matthew to confirm the names of those eligible to vote on each. Please, can all councillors ensure they do not vote where they are not eligible? Firstly, we will review the subcommittee and partnerships. I think the structure of the Human Resources Committee is the parent committee set out in Appendix 9, between pages 12 and 23. Matthew, can you please confirm the members of the Strategy and Resources Committee who are eligible to vote on these?
Yes, so those eligible to vote on this is Councillors Baker, Hoskins, Anderson, who's not here, Chadwick, Kennedy, who's not here, Councillors Gilder, Swaddle, Bellow, Nagra, and Rowland.
Thank you. The first item to approve the terms of reference for the investment subcommittee is going to be seen on page 12 of Appendix 9. The current number of places for members of the subcommittee is 4.
Mr. Deputy Mayor, I thought your move for the standing committees to take from en bloc the terms of reference stroke powers of duty was a very good move. Do you think we could do that for these other ones, and then just if we'll agree on the terms and conditions, they're not changing, then we can go straight to the members.
Do we have a second for that motion? Okay. Can all those in favour then of that proposal please raise their hands?
Just to take them on block, please, that helps.
Okay. Can all those against please raise their hands?
Nobody.
And is anyone abstaining? Thank you. I can confirm that the terms of reference for those have been agreed. We now need to make the members appointed to serve on the investment subcommittee. So can I ask please for the three Conservative group members?
Certainly can. It's Keith Baker, Juliet Anderson, and David Bragg.
And the one Labour group member? Okay. Thank you. So the other one is the risk management party. We need to know the members appointed to serve on the risk management subcommittee. Can I please ask for the names of the three Conservative group members?
No change again. Robert Hoskins, David Bragg, and Linda Guthrie.
Thank you. And Labour group?
No change for Ellen.
No change. The next one is we need to know the members appointed to serve on the standing orders and financial regulations subcommittee. Can I please ask for the names of the three Conservative group members?
Certainly can. No change. Keith Baker, Alison Swaddle, Mike Kennedy.
And once again, Chair, the one Labour group members. Thank you. Now the PR marketing subcommittee. We now need to know the members appointed to serve on the PR marketing subcommittee. Can I please ask for the names of the three Conservative group members?
Same as before, Keith Baker, Danny Eramola, and Alison Swaddle.
And once again, June, the group member.
Myself again,
Yes, thank you. The personnel subcommittee, if we could ask please for the three Conservative group members.
No change. Juliet Anderson, Phil Servan, and Mike Kennedy.
Thank you. And anyone Labour group member.
Good, no change, I'll be the same.
Terms 6. The next is to approve the terms of reference for the Woodley Town Centre Partnership. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Next is to approve the terms of reference for the Woodley Town Centre Partnership, which can be seen on page 19 of Appendix 9. Current number of places for members on this partnership is 3, with one of the appointed members being a substitute. Whilst the Council needs to consider approval of these terms of reference, to make changes would require the approval of the partnership. As such, we cannot accept proposals for changes at this meeting. However, do any members have any questions regarding this? So can we please, absence of questions, can we please move to vote to approve the terms of reference as set out in Appendix 9? And all those in favour, please raise their hand.
Just to clarify on this, the previous vote should have been just the Strategy and Resources members. That's my confusion. I will obviously note, because it was unanimous, I will note the S&R members only in the minutes. So this again should be S&R members only, the ones I read out at the beginning. So sorry for any confusion on that.
Yeah, once again, I have all those in favour, raise their hands. Thank you. Are there any against? And are there any abstentions? Thank you. I can confirm that the terms of reference for this partnership have been approved. We now need to know the members appointed to serve on the terms of the partnership, following which we will vote on which member should be considered as the named substitute. Can I ask, please, for the names of the two conservative group members?
No change, Keith Baker and Mary Holmes.
Can I ask for the Labour group member?
No change, Parliament.
Can we now move to vote on which member is to be considered the named substitute? On the main leaves in turn, with members asked to vote for their preferred substitute or to abstain from the vote. Can those in favour of Councillor Baker please raise their hands? The substitute. Can those in favour of Councillor Hunt please raise their hands? Can those in favour of Carvin please raise their hands? In that case, it is noted that Councillor Carvin has been appointed as the Council's named substitute.
You can ask for anyone against. Sorry, you need to ask for anyone who's abstaining from the vote.
I do apologise. Is anyone abstaining from the vote?
No.
My apologies, everyone. First night, there's a lot of information here to go through. So if I miss things, I'm not surprised.
I think something has gone awry here. I don't know. I think personally, I think we need to redo that vote for substitute, because I was staggered, for instance, you didn't support the Parliament.
You've got to be on S&R.
Sorry, I apologise.
We are.
Yeah, we were confused. Yeah.
Okay. Well, next we will review the supplementaries, task force working groups and partnerships. For whom the Leisure Services Committee is the current committee, set out in Appendix 9 between pages 24 and 31. Can you please confirm the members of the Leisure Services Committee who are eligible to vote?
Yes, so those who should be voting on the next set of items are Councillors Firmager, Hawkins, Gilder, Lewis, Erawala, Edwards and Jewell.
Right. Sorry about that. The Community Youth Partnership has approved the terms of reference for the Community Youth Partnership, which can be seen on page 24. The current number of members on this partnership is 4. Do any members have any questions or wish to propose any changes to the terms of reference? Yes, Councillor Murphy.
To make this a bit easier, on item A's for all 10.7, 10.8, 10.9, 10.10, I propose they stay exactly as they are.
Do you have a second proposal?
Yes, Mr. Deputy Mayor, I second that proposal.
Can we then ask for a vote? All those in favour of that proposal, please raise their hands.
This is
Leisure Services.
That's everybody. That's unanimous.
That's unanimous. So, in that case, I can confirm the terms of reference for the subcommittees of working groups and partnerships and the Leisure Services Committee are approved. We now need to know the members appointed to serve on the Community Youth Partnership. So can I please ask for the names of the 2 Conservative group members?
Sorry. Yeah, there's actually the non-council appointments. Well, we just got that first. I propose as per the agenda.
10B, that's right. Yeah. 10B is first, that's what I'm asking, Councillor Clevenger, with the name 3 Conservative group members.
Yeah, I want to do it that way around, that's fine by me. The 3 Conservative members for the Community Youth Partnership, obviously yourself, sir, David Bragg, Kay Gilder, and Mary Adams.
Thank you. And for the one great Labour group member,
Yvonne
Edwards. Thank you, Liz. Appointments have been noted. 10C. Furthermore, for this partnership, we also need to note the appointment of voluntary sector representatives. We've had no indication from the following individuals that they wish to either join or remain in the partnership in 2024-25 municipal year. Graham Sandler from the Living Baptist Church, Trina Farrant of Almost Gymnastics, Steve Alton from Woodley United Football Club, Sam Milligan from just around the corner, Dylan Harmon, First Woodley Boys Brigade, Chaz Randall, Saturn Woodley Scouts, and Chinya Davis, the NU2 Club. Since the agenda was issued, Paul Cassidy of the ARC has indicated that he does not wish to continue as a representative. I can confirm that the appointment of those individuals to the youth partnership has been noted. Julius.
I must apologise. I am actually a member of the Second Wicket Scout, and
I didn't know Shaz put his name down on this, so I don't know whether I shouldn't vote.
It's fine, the item's just a note.
If there's more than 10.
Which is joking, I suppose, at that point. It's just for clarification, so how do we arrive at this list? Are they self-nominating or?
The terms of reference for the subcommittee allow up to 10 voluntary sector representatives who work in organisations that work with young people. A number of them have been on that for a long time. Recently, we've done a publicity campaign to try and encourage more use. So we've written to all of the youth organisations that we have relationships with, whether that be grant things. We've also put information out on social media and our news people, so where they've then contacted us. If there's more than 10 ever, then obviously the decision is to vote to approve which ones to allow in or to increase the number. We've never had that in my time here, so it generally you just note them because there's no term to approve and they meet the terms of reference.
Thank you very much.
Now moving to the next point on 3G steering group subcommittee. Can I please ask for the names of the three Conservative group members?
Yes, you can, Deputy Mayor. First one myself, second one is yourself, and then Ben Lewis.
Thank you. And for the Labour group? Thank you. These appointments, we now need to know the members appointed to serve on the WPLC. And for those who don't know the initials, it's Waterford Park Leisure Centre. Took me hours to work there now. We now need to know the members appointed to serve on the WPLC Development Task and Working Group. Can I please ask for names of the three Conservative group members?
Mr. Deputy Mayor, the Conservative members are Mike
Thank you. And for the one Labour group members?
Leaving that vacant pro tem.
Thank you. Thank you. These appointments have been noted. The Youth Support Services Working Group, we now need to note the members appointed to serve on the Youth Support Services Working Group. And can I please ask the Conservative members?
Yes, you can. First one's myself, Kay Gilder, and Mike Kennedy.
Thank you. And the one Labour group?
Yvonne Edwards.
Thank you. These appointments have been noted. Right. We now come to the cycling party. The next item is to approve the terms of reference for the cycling and walking task and finish working group. The only committee currently for which are the parent. Matthew, can you please confirm the members of the Planning and Community Committee who are eligible to vote on these?
Absolutely. Those eligible to vote on this working group, so these would be Robert Hawkins, Councillor Baker, Councillor Bragg, Councillor Sartorial, Councillor Soane, Councillor Lewis, Councillor Guttridge, Councillor Singh, Councillor Taylor, and Councillor Jewell.
Thank you. The terms of reference for the cycling and walking task on the same page 32 of the appendix 9. The current number of places for members on this working group is 2 and is not subject to the council's proportionality rules, with one Labour group and one Liberal Democrat currently set to be appointed. Do any members have any questions or wish to propose any changes to these terms of reference? Can I ask, therefore, in the absence of any comments, for all those in favour of the terms of reference to raise their hands? against? Are there any abstentions? Thank you. I can confirm, therefore, the terms of reference for the cycling and walking task and finish group have been approved. And we need to also know the members appointed to serve. Just one second. On the cycling group. Can I phone the one label and one label break? Thank you. This appointment should be noted. For this working group, we also need to note the appointment of voluntary sector representatives. The following individuals were members of the working partnership in the 23-24 fiscal year, which is Steve Fiona Rogers, Karen Robertson, Cycling UK Reading, and Alex Brown of Reading Cycling Campaign. I can confirm that the appointment of some individuals to the Cycling and Walking Task and Finish group has been noted. Finally, we move on to the subcommittee and joint working party of the full council, with the parent committee set out in appendix 9 between pages 34 and 38. All members are permitted to vote on these where appropriate. First is to approve the terms of reference for the annual town meeting subcommittee, which can be seen on page 34 of appendix 9. The current number of places for members on this subcommittee is 4. Do any members have any questions or wish to propose any changes to these terms of reference? Carol.
Yes, I'd just like to ask why the annual town meeting is a subcommittee. It's clearly a task and finish because it happens once a year. Whereas cycling walking will be continuous, but that's set to finish on the 22nd of May, 2024. So can you explain why it's a subcommittee and not a task and finish? I think it would be
Yeah, excuse me. I think that the thinking was that that would be required each year, as it has been for the last few years in framing what the annual town meeting looks like, and to organise whatever work needs to happen to make that happen. So it wouldn't be a one-off that would then exist.
Yeah, I understand that. I think it's really with reference to cycling. That's considered a task and finish. If we're going to solve cycling problems in Woodley by the 22nd of May this year, as we know, that's going to go on and on. Why is that a task and finish and not a subcommittee? One question to you, Kevin, because
I can see where you're coming from, Carol. One of the problems when you make a committee a subcommittee, we've experienced this in the cycling working cycling subcommittee, which was 4 or 5 years ago, is it has a tendency to become a talking shop. Making it a task and finish working group, in theory, focus the mind to actually take some actions which can then be put in place and monitored. There is absolutely nothing wrong, or there is no obstruction to, once that's happened, to actually set up or continue that task, that cycling, walking, task and finish group going on. So it was created as a task and finish group as a history, a walking shop, and you yourself constantly said we were never doing any actions. It really needs some focus. It gives us focus. There will be an action plan. If we don't want to review it, we will review it, but if we don't want to change that action plan, then what's the point of meeting? But at any time, the members of the Cycling Working Trust and Finish Working Group, or any working group, can actually advise or make recommendations to the parent committee to say, we want to extend this deadline. I think that's the practical reason. From my perspective, I don't care, as long as we get an action plan, whether it's called a subcommittee, whether it's called a task and finish working group, or whether it's called a bunch of bananas. It doesn't really matter as long as we get an action plan, which we've been looking for such a long time. Thank you.
Are you happy with that response, Councillor Gill? Are you happy with that? Well, if there's no proposal for changes, then can we please move to vote and approve the terms of reference as set out in Appendix 9? Can all those in favour please raise their hands?
This is £4, so if everyone can vote on this. £4 subcommittee, so if everyone wants to vote, that's fine. That's everyone other than yourself, which is fine. 21-4.
Confirm that the terms of reference for the annual town meeting subcommittee have been approved. We now need to know the members appointed to serve on the annual town meeting subcommittee. Can I please ask for the 3 Conservative members?
It's exactly the same as before. I don't have to hand the names.
Juliet, Mike and me. Juliet, Mike and me.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the one Labour group member? Thank you. These appointments have been noted. Lastly, we need to note the terms of reference for the Bulmarsh Eshewe Joint Subcommittee, which are provided in post 5 in Appendix 19. As a joint subcommittee with Early Town Council, we are unable to consider proposals for changes to these terms of reference at this meeting. The reference, there are 3 places for Woodley Town Council members on this joint subcommittee, with one considered to be a name substitute. Does anybody have any questions? No. Then we now need to make note the 3 members appointed to serve on the joint subcommittee, as well as to vote on which member should be considered as the main substitute. Carol, I see you've got your hand up. Is there a question that I missed?
It was before we looked at noting the appointment of representatives. I just wondered, has it met and when is it likely to meet?
Good question. It meets on an as needed basis. So it's jointly with Early Town Council. So if something is in the brewing, something like that, that's when we meet and make sure we have a unified approach and actions. So it is very much an ad hoc committee.
Okay, I'll continue, Carol, or have you got a response to that? So, well, can I ask then, please, for the 2 Conservative group members?
Danny Irawala and Kay Gilder, no change.
And the 1 Labour group member?
I will be leaving that faith pro tem.
Okay. Thank you. These appointments have been noted. As only 2 nominees have been voted for that committee, I think we can note that Councillor Errol and Councillor Gilbert are appointed to represent Higley on the SUOB. Right, moving on, we're past the difficult stuff. Now the outside bodies representatives. The next agenda item covers the appointment of council representatives to outside bodies. Members are required to vote on the appointment of each council representative. However, to expedite proceedings in line with the process in previous years, I am proposing that we initially move through each outside body and ask for nominations. If there are more nominations than places on a particular outside body, then we will take the vote on that specific appointment. At the end, we will vote on all the uncontested appointments together. Does anyone have any queries or concerns with this? In that case, let's proceed. ARC, there are 2 places.
I would like to propose Kay Gilder and Sheila Flowers. And we have had confirmation that Sheila Flowers would like to continue doing so.
Any other nominations? Citizens of Vice Wokingham, we have 1 place.
We would like to propose Vinnie Lewis.
Do we have any other nominations? Friends of Woodford Park Committee, we have 1 place.
I'd like to nominate Robert Hoskins as is today.
Do we have any other nominations? Highwood Management Conference, we have 2 places.
No change, we're going to nominate Kay Gilder and Mary Holmes.
Do we have any other nominations? T-Mobile with 1 place.
We'd like to propose Councillor Guthridge.
Any other nominations? The Corners Charity, 2 places to serve until 2028.
See. That we would like to nominate Sheila Flowers, if she's willing to pick up that role. Only 1 nomination from us for that.
Right. So that's 1 nomination, and 1 nomination is vacant. Do we have any other nominations? Ready Bus, there is 1 place.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Guthridge, please.
Any other nominations for Ready Bus? Aaron?
Could I ask Mr. Chairman whether Alex has been approached?
Yes, I did check with Alex to see if he wished to continue if he was nominated on the night, and he said he would be happy to.
Okay, I'd like to nominate Alex.
Can we have a vote then, please, on the 2 applicants for the 2 nominees? Can all those in favour of Linda Guthridge please raise their hands? All those, could all those in favour of Alex Steve please raise their hands?
I had that as 6. Councillor Charles Bay, did you vote twice there? can I ask you, you'd like to vote for Councillor Guttridge or Councillor, Mr. Alty? That's 14 for Councillor Guttridge, that's 6 for Mr. Heap.
In which case, Councillor Guttridge is proverbially placed on the ready bus. Robert Holmes, Farmhouse Charity.
I'd like to nominate David Craddock.
Very good. Do we have any other nominees for that position? Sunderland District Welfare and Education Trust, there's one place.
I'd like to nominate the current incumbent, Councillor Darren Smith.
Are there any other nominees? Wesley Barn, Parish Liaison Forum, there is one place. Do we have any?
Sorry. Councillor
Yes, okay. Do we have any other nominations for that position? Woodley Bowling Club Management Committee, there is one place.
Councillor Kay Gilder.
And do we have any other nominations for the Woodley Bowling Club? And last but not least is Woodley Volunteers Centre, one place.
Councillor Mike Kennedy.
And do we have any other nominees? So all the places that have been nominated, can I ask for all those in favour to show their hands to elect those people as named? All those in favour? All those against?
19 for.
All those against?
No against.
Do we have any abstentions?
One abstention.
Okay. In addition, we also asked the number of 2 members appointed as representatives previously by full council will continue with the Portland Charity in 24/5 without the need for reappointment. The names in the agenda were listed as Councillor Smith and Gilbert to serve until 2026. However, Councillor Smith was named erroneously, and the agenda should have stated Councillor Mary Evans. These are to be noted. All other persons, as on the vote, have been appointed to those positions. Item 12 on the agenda are the check signatures. Item 12 on the agenda is the appointment check signatures for the next municipal year. For clarification, these individuals are not only authorised to sign checks, but also to approve payments on behalf of the council. In the previous municipal year, Councillors Baker, Bragg, Kennedy and Swaddle were appointed signatories. Does anyone wish to propose a change to these members, or would anyone like to propose retaining these signatures for the coming year?
I would like to propose retaining these signatures for the coming year.
Do we have a seconder? Let us move to the vote. Can all those in favour please raise their hands?
That's 21 for.
All those against?
None.
And all those who wish to abstain. Right, in that case, that is approved. Minutes of the council have been held on the 6th of February 2024. The next item is to receive the minutes of the council meeting held on the 6th of February 2024. The minutes are included with this agenda and can be seen at page 7. Are there any questions or comments regarding this?
Yes, just a small thing. On the minutes, there were some criticism made about councillors who were on some of the outside bodies who hadn't submitted the report. I'd just like to recall that Councillor Edwards was down as not producing a report for the Woking Borough Council Climate Emergency Working. The reason she did it is there hadn't been any meetings, and we subsequently found out that that committee got wound up some time ago. So I would hate to have something minuted that suggested that Councillor Edwards was released.
Councillor Bay, you sent in a letter. Do you want to answer those questions?
Yes, I nominated Kevin on behalf of Emma Glasser to get the questions to him.
So I think all members have this sheet in front of you with it says additional document at the top in red. And there are two questions posed there from in relation to these minutes.
Councillor Baker, I think you wanted to respond to the first question.
Thank you. Mr. Deputy Mayor. So thank you very much for your question, Councillor Day. I'm going to concentrate on what I consider the core issue here, which is should Woodley Town Council taxpayers' money be spent on anything that is not owned by the Town Council? You have to remember that the income that comes into the Town Council is not infinite, and therefore it has to prioritise where it spends its money. To me, it appears reasonable to adopt an approach that such expenditures should be limited to facilities that are owned by the Town Council. This playground is owned by Reading Borough Council, who have significantly higher income than the Town Council does. In the area of the playground, they also own a large number of properties which are paying rent directly to Reading Borough Council. They will actually be users of this facility, and therefore I think it is only appropriate that Reading Borough Council pay for the maintenance and any enhancements of this play area. We are the custodians of money that Woodley residents pay to us in their Town Council tax. We have to use that money in the most appropriate way. Spending money on maintaining a facility that wealthy Reading Borough Council own is simply not good value for money, and I'm sure residents would agree with that statement. However, if we did decide to invest in someone else's facility, where would that money come from? Which of the Town Council's facilities would you reduce the expenditure on? The Opera Centre, the Leisure Centre, or Woodford Park, or something else? Also, there would be a knock-on effect on other facilities owned by other organisations. To be fair to all concerned, if we do it for one, we really should do it for another. This is a great incentive for the owners of that facility simply to reduce or even stop maintenance because they know the Town Council will step in. It simply does not make sense. However, there is another way to achieve your objective, which is a perfectly laudable and good objective. The Town Clerk has, as requested by councillors, asked Reading Borough Council at least twice whether they are willing to sell this play area to the Town Council. As you know, the response has been no twice. Thank you.
The second question you raised, Councillor Bay, was regarding Mike Kennedy's report on the placement of the electric car charging point. I am proposing that that question be put as an agenda item for the next planning meeting, which is on the 21st of May, because it's the planning committee that will actually have the power to put forward suggestions and comments to WBC. So if you are happy with that, that will be brought up at the next planning meeting. Okay. Councillor.
Just respond to Councillor Baker.
Yeah.
Obviously speaking to residents and local people in Regal Drive, they do pay tax and council tax. I expect profit from that. So obviously, if you've got a space that children and families want to use, we suggest they have a whip round and do it themselves, or approach Readingborough Council. When actually this council is actually paying the rent for space that's not being improved either. Put the blame onto Readingborough Council that will provide a budget. Hasn't this council got a remit to actually expand their budget to include things other projects?
I like your idea, but you seem to then drift off about getting local volunteers to take on management of it. I think that's a very good idea. As you're a councillor for them, trying to get volunteering to do that, that would be, I think, a great idea. Problem is, when you've got a capital spend of replacing the equipment, etc., 20, 30, 40,000, depending on how good you want it, replacement, where does that money come from? Expanding the budget is a very simple phrase, but you can only expand the budget by taking money somewhere else, all right? And if you went to residents, or all the Woodley residents, and said, I'm going to put 10p on your town council tax, and I'm going to spend it on a facility that is owned by Reading Borough Council, I don't think you get a very positive response. But I think what I would like you to do is to go and develop this volunteer concept. Because Reading are going to do it's not passing the blame, they own it, it's very simple. But that would be a good idea, but we'd have to get permission from Reading Borough Council that you've got a proposal to do that. Not sure whether that is forthcoming, but it's worth a shot.
Councillor Taylor.
Just on the my understanding was that we leased this piece of land from Reading Borough Council in the same way that we do the allotments, which we also still money. But it just seems to come the idea that if you rent something from somebody, then you don't improve it. That's like renting a house and not cleaning the windows. It doesn't belong to you. So we've got a little patch of land there. There's quite a lot of kids that come through. And what we're talking about is pushing some swings or a bit of shade. And I just don't accept the logic because we are renting the land rather than we own it. That we, that we shouldn't do that. There's a principle at stake. And I would like to see it go back to leisure to reconsider this, because I just don't accept that that's a valid argument at all. And we should stop then. Are we saying that we spend the money that we spend on the allotments is solely covered by the money that we take in on the allotments? Do we not subsidise that at all? We do.
Can I just check with the town clerk? I believe the lease expired several years ago. Is that correct? For Weeble Park?
No. So we do have a lease currently in place. If I can just provide a little bit of the Strategy and Resources Committee did request that I contact the leader at Reading Borough Council as the response has been successful. I hadn't had a response, and I believe that council has actually stepped down the position as well. So it is currently with the deputy leader of Reading Borough Council, who it seems more likely to get at least a response from. hopefully in the shorter term. That will come back to strategy and resources. It's on the actions and follow-ups as an item, so it won't get, it won't drift off or not be addressed. We'll come back with an answer for strategy and resources to consider the next steps in the context of what that response will be.
Councillor Bennett.
I just wanted to make an observation that my understanding is that the internal auditor has passed comment that we are not spending as much as we should do of our reserve on projects. And I would just ask the council to consider that this might be a project that the council might want to consider funding.
Thank you. If I can just clarify, in terms of the internal auditor, the comments from the auditor were not that the council was not spending enough money. It was that what all he wanted to see was specifically in relation to the council's assets, being this building, Woodford Park Leisure Centre, was that there would be provision in earmarked reserves rather than that money just sitting in the general reserve. What we did there in last year was then allocate larger sums of money to those two buildings, so 30,000 into each instead of a previous amount, which was a lot smaller. So it sat against those assets rather than just being in the general reserve.
I'd like to ask, who actually inspects this play equipment each week as it's going? Which council does?
The town council.
It's the town council, so we take responsibility for the inspection of the. Thank you.
Release of terms and conditions.
Something now.
Yeah, I think the points have been noted, and perhaps you can look a little bit further.
Yeah, that will come back to strategy.
Right, okay. So, that will go back to strategy and resources for discussion. Okay. No one has any other question. Can we now cast the vote for?
Sorry, it's just again on the second point about the I've said something to Matthew earlier on today. I noted that Woking Borough Council have received a grant to put up more EV charging points, and I don't know whether we have actually been, as town council, informed, and it's gone out in the newsletter to residents to say, if you haven't got on-site parking and you're interested in having an EV point, can you write in? But I don't think we've been approached, and I was wondering whether we could pop that on the planning agenda, because that would be something that.
Respect with Councillor Bay's comments, which is solely over the charging.
Yes, this one in particular was a case, wasn't it?
It would make sense to discuss this at the planning community. So, can we please?
Thank you. That's a very good point there. This council, and I think other councils, there aren't consultant enough things that are happening. We do have more borough councillors around this table now, and I think it's important on them to take the issue of non-communication between Woking and Borough Council and Woodley Town Council and take that issue straight to them. Now, we've got a former mayor who still has been re-elected. We've got, you guys are new, so you'll have that passion. You won't have it in 2 years' time, but you've got it now. So please, can we minute that we've requested all our Woodley Borough councillors to actually ask, please keep us informed. Thank you.
be good that liaison. That was beefed up a bit.
Well, assuming we're now happy with these minutes, can we please go for a vote on accepting these minutes as an accurate record? All those in favour?
21-4.
Any against? And all other abstentions. Minutes are duly been approved as a single record, and I will sign them as actions. The next item, the actions and follow-ups, which are provided on page 25 of the agenda. Does anyone have any questions about this? Right, item 15 is to receive the minutes of committee meetings which have taken place since our last full council meeting. Can I please ask Councillor Stone, as chairman of the committee, to present the minutes of the planning and community which took place on the 22nd of February 2024, as set out on page 27 of the agenda.
Present the minutes of the Planning and Community Committee meeting, 27th February 2024, from pages 27 to 34. Any questions? Slides.
Do any councillors have any questions regarding these minutes? I'm assuming we're happy with these minutes are noted. Again, can I please ask Councillor Stone, as chairman of the committee, to present the minutes of the Planning and Community Committee meeting, which took place on the 26th of March 2024, as set out on page 35 of the agenda.
The meeting held on 26th February 26th March 2024, from pages 35 to 41. Any questions? Thank you very much.
Assuming we're happy with these minutes are noted. In the absence of Councillor Smith, can I please ask Councillor Furniture, as Deputy Chairman of the committee, to present the minutes of the Commercial Services Committee, which took place on the 2nd of April 2024, as set out on page 42 of the agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Mayor. I'll present the minutes for that meeting. If there are any questions.
Assuming we're happy with these, I'll declare to the sorry.
Thank you, Chairman. I don't have a question, but I do have a comment. Anyone that's watching this meeting online will be unable to hear 99% of it because there are no microphones on the table broadcast the meeting.
I must admit I'm having trouble with some of your comments. I'm not sure what can be done about that.
It would seem that we would put microphones on the table, or is that too much like rocket science?
We don't have the full means to do that on the tables at the moment. We do have a microphone here which picks up the room sound, and money has been allocated to improve the acoustics in this room, which should improve the sound that microphone picks up from the room.
With respect, I'm sitting here and I couldn't hear Bill. So I don't know what microphone hearing.
Would you repeat?
Oh, no. With my respect.
I think the main thing is, Councillor Rowland, your comments have been noted. We see what can be done. That was the leisure, so assuming we're happy with the minutes of the leisure, those minutes are noted. Now can I please ask Councillor Baker, as chairman of the committee, to present the minutes of the Structural Committee meeting, which took place on the 16th of April 24, as set out on page 53 of the agenda. This includes 2 recommendations made by the committee for consideration at this meeting.
Since I wasn't actually present at that meeting, I think it would be inappropriate for me to present at these minutes. However, Councillor Swaddle, my deputy.
Okay, so we present to the full council minutes expressed to the resources committee and ask you to adopt updates to standing orders as set out on page 73 and on page 76 to adopt an updated financial regulation. Okay, yeah. Are there any questions?
Can we hold the vote on the changes on page 73, which are in red? Can I ask all those in favour, please to raise your hands.
21-4.
Also, we change on page 74. So if we could please say that as well. All those in favour?
That's 21. Thank you.
Thank you. Do any councillors have any questions regarding these minutes? So, assuming we're happy with these minutes are noted. Finally, can I please ask Councillor Stone, as chairman of the committee, to present the minutes of the planning and community meeting, which took place on the 25th of April, as set out on page 94.
Present the meeting on the 23rd of April 24, pages 93 to page 99. Questions?
Assuming we're happy with these minutes are noted. The next item is to note the report of the meeting of the annual town meeting subcommittee, which took place on the 5th of March 2024, as provided on page 101 of the agenda. As Councillor Anderson is absent, could I ask either Councillor Horsfield or Kennedy?
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Chairman. I hope you've all read the report of the meeting. Just one slight error on the note here. The meeting is at 6 o'clock, not 8 o'clock. Just noticed that myself because I thought we were in a time machine to go backwards. Anyone got any questions on that? I'll be happy to try and answer them for you. Thank you.
No, the report has been the next item on the agenda is to receive a statement from the legal counsel, which is appropriate. Would you like to proceed or provide with the statement?
Thank you very much. First of all, it's going to be quite short, but I want to pay a massive tribute to the After 3 continuous years serving the people of Woodley, she is finally passing the baton on to a new mayor. I think this is probably the first time we've had the same person as mayor for 3 continuous years. She has been an amazing advocate for Woodley and all its residents and businesses, and most certainly will be a hard act to follow. But I think we found just the right person in Councillor Juliet Anderson to continue such a high standard. I want to give my most heartfelt thanks, Juliet, both on a personal basis and on behalf of the whole Living Reason. I also would like to welcome Councillor David Bragg, who's been voted in the role into the role of Deputy Mayor. I've known David for many years, and I know he will be doing a great job standing in for Juliet. But I bet he did not realise he'd be doing it that soon. Moving on to elections, as we know, there were borough elections last week when several of you stood for your respective parties. Can I congratulate those who were successful and commiserate to those who were not? Can I gently remind you that you were elected as a Woodley Town Councillor first, so I hope you do not forget where you started. Here. Residents and this town council will still need your full attention as we navigate the next few years. Many of you have been on the borough before, so you know the massive time pressure on your time being a councillor there puts on you. Juggling both the town and borough councils will be difficult and incredibly frustrating at times. And I know you will feel the strain, but it can be done. My final advice is a simple one. There will be times when your direction of your party is different to that of the residents here in Woodley. As an experienced politician of many years, I recognise it is difficult to deviate from your party's line. But Woodley residents hope that you will react to their views first before the party line, which could be different. It can be done. I did it several times, much to the annoyance of the leaders of my group. So you can do it if you have the conviction to represent Woodley first. And I was never excommunicated. Thank you.
As the business of the meeting has not been completed by 10 p.m, in accordance with Standing Order 11.5, I propose the meeting continue until no later than 10:30. Could I have a second for that, please? Thank you, Councillor Baker. Can we go to the vote? All those in favour, please raise your hands.
24.
All those against?
None.
And all those who wish to abstain?
1 abstention.
Thank you. So we now continue on with the outside bodies. Item 18 is to receive the written reports with Appendix 18, which is enclosed separately with the agenda. Do we have any official verbal reports from the town council representatives? Before someone brings it up, there's no report from me from the Parliament houses, which I apologise for. I was away on holiday back last week took place. Because of the change of secretary to that committee, no minutes have yet been sent out. So I've got nothing to report. But do we have any additional verbal reports from town council representatives on outside boards? And do we have any questions regarding those the appendices?
Thank you, David, Deputy Chairman. I just wanted to mention again one of my drums that I bang on. 14 outside reports could have come back. 7 did, 7 didn't. June commented earlier about that I made that comment from the last meeting. It actually states here, report provided. So if you've been sent a report, I think it'd be good manners to reply that, yes, I have been sent a report, and no, I haven't been to the meeting. Specifically, what did I just think about there, something? Number of formal meetings since the last report. A lot would have done. Reason for not attending, there haven't been any meetings. So it's not the fact you haven't been to a meeting, but just please do send the reports back, because the officers spend a lot of time asking us for stuff. It'd be nice if we replied back to them in good speed. Thank you.
So moving on, item 19 on the agenda is an update on the mayor and cabinet investigation. Since our last meeting, the events which have taken place are Appendix 19 on page 103 of the agenda. And future agenda items, item 11 is future agenda items. Does anybody have any items that they wish to be included in the future agenda? Item 12 is publicity and website. Does anybody have any items that they wish to be publicised? Right, so 10:02, I call this meeting to a close.